Right, chapter 5, where the rubber meets the road, as they say. Take inventory of your personal narratives. This is really getting into observing your real life reactions to life and becoming aware of your stories and your narratives. So, you need to so the first step is to get out of this realm of trying to act and do and be in accordance with what everyone else thinks, and also get out of your own subjectivity to be honest with yourself about how you're reacting to life. You know, we all want to be good people, so that obviously affects how real we're going to be in this process of writing down our reactions. So for me, you know, that's being honest about my shitty negative attitude. That's a real thing. I can be negative, and that leads to like depressive thoughts and feelings. And so that's important for me to be aware of. Be real and true and honest about where you're being imperfect and where you're trying to like prop up this, you know, this view of yourself, this like positive view of yourself, just to make yourself feel better about who you are. So the process here is to start tracking your mental reaction to external stimuli. So for example, if someone says something that upsets you, it's kind of like just writing down all your responses to your triggers. So whatever happens in life, we have a mental, in our minds, we're like, you know, we react a certain way. And we want to track all the times that we react negatively in our minds. And then also track our physical response to that. Like, what do we do? What did we do? Did we react back? Did we yell? Did we shut down? X, Y, Z. And so you want to do this for 2 to 3 weeks, and then start looking at patterns. So if you have, you know, if you're kind of shutting down a lot, and there's 5 or 6 examples over 2 or 3 weeks of you shutting down to someone saying something, the same person maybe, or different people, then you're kind of on to something. And what you want to do is combine all of these similar happenings, and that becomes, and then you want to ask yourself, what is the logical reason I would react this way? And then the compilation of the answer to that question for all of these grouped responses to life is your story. It's what you're telling yourself. And that brings awareness to the narrative in that situation that you're telling yourself, and how you're perceiving life and why you are reacting that way. That's actually, you know, our minds do this, our subconscious does this to try and keep us safe, of course, based on probably the first time that it happened. And it feels like there's some benefit from reacting this way. It's like, oh, this happened, so this is what I do, and when this makes me feel this way, this is how I react to make myself feel safe, right? So we feel like there's some benefit, like, oh, okay, I did this, that's how I handled it. But in reality, it's actually hurting us. It's a negative response and reaction, and reacting that way that's probably not in accordance with your true values is going to make you feel like a shittier person, and it's not going to feel good to be out of alignment with who you are. So this is the nitty-gritty of tracking your responses to life, grouping them together, asking yourself why you're doing this, you know, looking inward and realizing what your narrative is in that situation. And there's not like only one narrative. There's all kinds of different narratives and different situations in life that we create. So this is bringing awareness to all those different narratives.